It began with a blaze in the dark, a streak of light so immense it dwarfed every star. At first astronomers thought it was an error, but within hours the truth emerged. A new object had been spotted, nearly 100 times larger and brighter than 3I, Atlas, heading toward the Sun on a path disturbingly close to Earth's orbit. Its official name is C-2025R2, but the world already calls it the Swan. Its tail stretches across the heavens 5 times wider than the full moon, a glowing scar no one can ignore. But behind its beauty lies something far stranger. Data suggests it may not be a comet at all, but something older, more powerful, perhaps even designed. From the moment it was detected on September 12, 2025, the Swan defied expectations. Comets usually arrive as faint whispers, barely visible through telescopes. This one roared into view, dazzling even in amateur instruments. Within days, its massive, structured jet was imaged. Not chaotic sprays of dust, but narrow, precise emissions. Spectral analysis revealed elements like nickel and cobalt, along with plasma chemistry no natural comet should display. To some, the conclusion was chilling. This is not a comet. It could be a machine. The timing makes it even more disturbing. As 3I, Atlas nears the Sun on its own hyperbolic path, the Swan races in from a different direction. Yet both will swing past within days of each other, separated by only 50 million kilometers. For several weeks in October, both objects will vanish behind the Sun, invisible to every telescope. What happens in that blackout has scientists on edge. Will they interact? Collide? Or are we witnessing something deliberate? Two machines converging near our star as part of a mission older than humanity itself? If Atlas shocked astronomers with unusual chemistry and strange energy signatures, the Swan has multiplied those fears. Early calculations suggest its core is generating over 10,000 gigawatts of energy every second, the equivalent of human civilization's entire output. Its plasma sheath deflects solar particles like a shield, while periodic pulses of light resemble bursts of controlled propulsion, more like a plasma drive than natural venting. Observers describe it not as a comet, but as a leviathan, a fortress gliding through the dark. If Atlas was a scout, the Swan is the warship. Even more unsettling is the possibility that this isn't its first visit. Orbital models suggest the Swan may return every 22,000 years. The last time it passed, humanity was emerging from the Ice Age, carving monuments, aligning pyramids and megaliths with Orion. Could those ancient warnings have been markers for this very cycle? If so, then its return is not coincidence but schedule. What makes the Swan unlike any comet is its behavior. Natural tails twist chaotically under the solar wind. The Swan's tail is disciplined, steady, and symmetrical, as though tuned by design. Its brightness pulses at precise intervals. Avi Loeb has suggested this could represent thrust modulation, deliberate navigation. If true, we are not watching an accident of nature, but a craft. Theories now swirl around its connection to Atlas. Could two unrelated interstellar visitors arrive within weeks of each other? Or are we witnessing choreography? Atlas may have been the scout, probing and mapping. The Swan, by contrast, radiates the power of a command vessel. Others suggest they may be rivals, converging on our star to compete for energy, or something even more profound. Perhaps the Sun itself is not just background, but the prize. As the Swan nears perihelion, its orbit skims terrifyingly close to Earth's distance from the Sun. For a brief moment, this glowing fortress will brush our cosmic doorstep, closer than comfort allows. In ancient times, comets were omens of upheaval. Now, with one object pulsing with controlled energy and another trailing in its wake, the omen feels sharper than ever. Are these interstellar visitors natural wanderers or deliberate machines? Scouts and leviathans returning on a cycle older than civilization? The universe has drawn a curtain across the stage, and when the sun's glare fades, we may not recognize what emerges. If this is natural, we are witnessing one of the greatest scientific events in history, a message in a bottle from another star. But if it is not, then humanity is no longer the lone audience of the cosmos. We are part of the performance. The swan is not just a comet. It is a question, blazing across the heavens.